Okay, so we'll discuss about umbilicus today. First, we'll know what is an umbilicus, then position of umbilicus, now supply, importance in an adult embryo. So first, we'll discuss what is an umbilicus. Umbilicus is a scar at the anterior surface of our abdomen, and it is a remnant of root of umbilical cord. The position of umbilicus is generally variable, but still we can generalize it by locating it between the third and fourth lumbar vertebra on the anterior median line of our abdomen. But still, it is located a little bit lower in infants and people with pendulous abdomen. We can discuss about anatomical importance now. Under anatomical importance, we'll cover these 4 points. That is lymphatic drainage, skin, portocaval anastomosis, embryological importance. So discussing about lymphatic drainage, we can also cover venous drainage here. Generally, the anterior median line that crosses the umbilicus is also known as watershed line, because the lymphatics that are above it, above the plane of it, go upwards, and those are below the plane go downwards. They never cross this line. They only move upwards and downwards. Same is with the veins. The veins move upwards and downwards. They never cross it. They never cross this line. Same with the lymphatics and the veins. Now we'll discuss about the skin around the umbilicus. This is the umbilicus here, and this is the surrounding approximation of surrounding skin. The skin here, or the dermatome, what is a dermatome? Dermatome is a portion of skin that is supplied by a nerve, a particular nerve. The skin or the dermatome here is supplied by T10 spinal nerve. Now, portocaval anastomosis. Portocaval anastomosis is the anastomosis between systemic veins and portal veins, and the site of this anastomosis is umbilicus. So we can say that the umbilicus is the site where the anastomosis takes place between portal veins and systemic veins. And when hypertension occurs, these anastomoses open up. And they dilate. During dilation, these veins radiate and they form a structure like this. The structure that you can see here is known as caput medusae. Even though the structure is like this change will not break the watershed line. The watershed line that we discussed here, this watershed line will not be broken by the caput medusae change that occurred due to the hypertension in the portocaval anastomosis veins which opened. But there are also some other obstructions that take place due to some abnormalities, like superior vena cava obstruction. In this obstruction, the watershed line is broken. Same with the inferior vena cava obstruction. The watershed line is broken. As we can see, these are the veins that got all dilated and tortuous over here. The direction of flow of blood is this, and we can see this was the line, and they are crossing the line. So the watershed line is broken. Same as with this side. When inferior vena cava obstruction takes place, the blood moves upwards and they cross this line, and the watershed line is broken. Now we're gonna go on a last topic, that is embryological importance. The umbilicus is the meeting point for embryonic plates and 3 systems. In embryology, we'll discuss this in more detail. That is digestive system, that has embryological counterpart is also known as vitellointestinal duct. Same with excretory, which has its embryological counterpart as urachus and vascular umbilical vein. And the same happens when the embryo folds. All the three embryonic plates come and join at the umbilicus area. They come and they join at the umbilicus area. So this is it. Thank you.